Hey loves, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Jenny. So today's video is the cutting and sewing of this off-shoulder blouse. It has a sleeve and it also have 2 layers of 720-degree flare. So if this sounds like what you're interested to learn, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. So let's get into it, guys. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, this is the fabric I'm using and I have 1.5 yard of this Ankara fabric. So if you're of a smaller size, go ahead and make use of 1 yard. Okay, so let's get into the drafting part. So rule out your starting line, then after that I'm going to off 6 inches. Okay, so I'm going to just make it 6.2 inches. So after that I'm going to just determine the armhole length, which is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. I came down by 12 inches, which is the bust point, 16.5, which is the under bust, 18 inches for the half length. Okay, so when you are getting the half length for a plus size, you are going to add 1.5 inches to 2 inches after the under bust. So that is how to get the half length of a plus size, especially the ones that has big tummy. Okay, so after getting that, now the next thing is to measure out the nipple to nipple measurement of your client. So mine is 11 inches. Then you are going to divide it by 2. So for me on this pattern, I'm going to add all my stitching allowance. So after dividing it by 2, I got 5.5. Then I'm going to add ½ inch to that, which is 6 inches. So that is what you see me marking there. So I marked out 6 inches. Okay, so after that, go ahead and rule out the lines. Now coming to the top part, instead of marking the 6 inches, I'm going to add 1 inch to that, making 7 inches, because I'm cutting out this off shoulder in form of a princess dart bustier. Okay, so that is why I'm having this. But if you want to cut yours like a normal bustier, go ahead and mark the same 6 inches at the top. Okay, so after that, now towards the center front I marked out 1 inch. Then towards the side, like so, at the under bust, I marked out 2 inches, like so. At the waistline, go ahead and subtract ½ inch from what you got at the under bust for the dart. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. So after doing that, now I'm going to just connect like this. It's come down by ½ inch. After the bust point, come down by ½ inch. Then I'm going to just connect it this way to the under bust. Okay, now at the top I'm going to also get my dart. So mark 1 inch at both sides of the line like this. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. So after doing that, just connect it all the way to the bust point. Okay, so after doing that, now for the neckline, because this is an off shoulder bustier, so what you are going to do is to go ahead and divide your shoulder measurement by 2 and subtract 2 inches. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. Then I got 7 inches, so I'm going to use 7 inches. Then I'm going to add ½ inch to that, so I'm using 7 inches plus ½ inch, making 7.5, not 6 inches. Okay, so because this person is a very big bust of 52 inches. So after that, at the chest line, go ahead and divide the bust measurement by 4. So you can see what I'm doing. After dividing it by 4, now, so whatsoever you have, you're also going to take it down to the bust point. On the under bust, go ahead and divide your under bust measurement by 4, add it there. Then on the half length, which is the waistline, I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4 and I'm going to add it there. So please don't forget to replace your dart intake. Okay, so except if you are doing it like the way I'm doing it by skipping the darts, so you can also do it that way, or if you're not doing that, go ahead and replace that dart at that point. Okay, so this is what we are having now. I'm going to come down by 2 inches for the stitching allowance at the bottom part, like so. After coming down, now I'm going to take the dart all the way to that stitching allowance like this. Okay, later on I'm going to reshape that dart leg properly. So after that, go ahead and rule out your armhole curve. Now for the neckline, you can leave it straight, but for me I decided to make a curve like this. Okay, so after that, just go ahead and cut it out. At that area, you can see me correcting that leg. You can see, so I've made it straight. So just go ahead and cut it out. This is what we are having for the front piece. Okay, so let's go ahead and draft out the back piece. So for the back pattern, I've gone ahead to rule out my zip allowance, which is 2 inches. So after that, I'm going to come down by 10 inches for my armhole length. Don't forget to off the 6.2 inches like the way we did for the front. Okay, so the back is not as difficult as that. All you need is just your armhole length, your bust point, and your waistline. The under bust is not going to be needed. Okay, so after doing this, guys, I'm also going to place the 7.5 inches for the neck width. Okay, so after that, go ahead and divide your bust divided by 4 and add your stitching allowance at the chest line. So connect your armhole curve like that. So after doing that, now on this waistline area, I'm going to go ahead and divide my waist measurement by 4 and I'm going to add my stitching allowance to that. So after doing that, now for the back, I also want to come down by some inches, I think 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to just connect it this way because I don't want the back to be straight. So you can leave yours straight. It depends on what you want. For me, this is the back piece. You can see what the back is looking like. So I'm going to cut out all this piece on my fabric. So guys, after cutting it on my fabric, I've gone ahead to add my hairstay and also my warden. Okay, so I added the warden on the main fabric and the hairstay on the lining and the main fabric. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and join all these pieces together. Okay, just go ahead and join all the pieces together. So for the back also, I've gone ahead to cut out the lining and I've added my stay to it. So I'm going to just place the lining like this, right side facing like so, and I'm going to stitch up the neckline, the sides, and the zip area. So I'm going to do it on this other part. Okay, so just place it this way like so and go ahead and stitch it down. So guys, after stitching, this is what it's looking like. You can see the bustier part, you can see the inside of what it's looking like. You can see the bustier is standing properly, and this is the lining part. So I decided to use my bra cup instead of bust caging on this particular dress. Okay, so if you want a bust caging technique, you can go ahead and apply it to that instead of using the cup. So go ahead and attach the cup and place the lining on the right side of the fabric like so and stitch it down at the side. After that, you can see the back piece. I've gone ahead to take out my darts, so I'm also going to join the front and the back together. So I'm sorry this tutorial was so fast. So this is an urgent work. I have to deliver it as soon as possible. Okay, after joining, guys, I've gone ahead to join the straps, and this is what I did. Like I said, is an off shoulder, but it's going to have a sleeve. So for you to achieve the sleeve, which is the shoulder sleeve, you are going to add the straps. Okay, so remember what we off was 6.05. Today you're going to times it by 2 and you're going to add your stitching allowance of 1 inch to that. Okay, so because it's going all the way to the front and to the back, so that is why you are multiplying it by 2. So after that, I think I got around 13 inches plus 1 inch stitching allowance, making 14 inches. Okay, so turn your dress to the rough side, which is the wrong side, then arrange it properly, hold it with your pin. Now for the neckline, remember we use 7.5 inches. Now on the main fabric, now I'm going to use 7 inches. Okay, so go ahead and use 7 inches for the bust of 52. Then come down by your armhole length, which is 10 inches. So you can see all what we did on the pattern is what I'm still going to do on the main fabric. So go ahead and cut out this part, trim it off like this. You can see, guys, after trimming, this is what we are having now. So it's time for us to attach this strip that I cut out. So for the width of this strip, I think the width is 2 inches. Okay, then for the length, I've told you what I did. So I multiply the part I off, which is 6.05 when I was drafting. I multiplied it by 2, then I added 1 inch stitching allowance. Now to do this, you have to do this before attaching your lining to this, to the top part. Okay, so I've already attached my lining. What I'm going to do is to loosen up this part a bit. You can see. So when you are placing the strap, make sure the strap is on the right side on the fabric, like so. So the open side is going to be towards the armhole part. So the open side of the strap will be towards the armhole part. Okay, then you can see what I'm doing. Just place it this way, like so. You can see, place it like this. So that is why I'm saying that before you attach your lining, this is what you are supposed to do. Just attach the strip before attaching the lining. Okay, so make sure the strip is lying on the right side of the fabric. Then you are going to just place it and place your lining on it. I don't know if this is understood. So after that, guys, this is what we are having. You can see how neat the strap is looking like, and you can see this armhole part, you can see is already in shape. And the next thing we are going to do is to attach your sleeve. You can see the armhole part is really out, and you can see the neckline is really giving what we want to achieve. That is the square shape part of the neck area. Okay, so guys, go ahead and attach your sleeve. Can see what we are having. So after attaching my sleeve, guys, this is the kind of sleeve I attached. If you don't know how to get this kind of sleeve, I'm still going to lay down the video on how to make this exaggerated puff sleeve. You can see what we are having, and this is our flare. And if you also want to learn how I achieve this flare, a 720-degree flare, but it has 2 layers of it. So go ahead and check it out on my channel. It's right there. Okay, so guys, I hope this tutorial was informative, and I hope it was educative, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from it. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. So this is my client. When she came for her first fitting, this is what it's looking like. Okay, so bye, see you in my next video.